Hello and welcome to today's adventure. Now, as usual, I have got my usual crew here, Richard.
Hi.
Paul.
Hi.
And myself. So today's investigation, well, it's going to be an investigation over a number of parts. And we are here today at a church that's in a village, not too far from home, but is close enough. And this church here is associated with the Benedictine monks. Now, this church here was a church for the monks, and outside, adjacent to the church, were the grounds of the monastery or the abbey, however you want to say, where the monks resided or lived. So, a bit of brief history about the monks. I'm not really that up on it where Paul is, but when monks were around, they came over here from Portugal and France, and they resided in the abbey that was, and they went around their daily, day-to-day routines. And monks there was all your different types of monks. You had your four particular monks. You had your Cenobite monks, you had the Anchorite monks, and you had the Sarabites monks and the Gyrovegas monks. Now, we don't know much about all those sort of like monks, whether they were different, if you would call rankings of the monastery or what, I don't know. And the three main vows for a monk when they wanted to become a monk was stability, fidelity and obedience, because back in the days, and Paul will probably explain this more, but back in the days monks were here to work, to pray, to help people, and that was it. You know, they took a vow of silence. They wouldn't speak unless they had to be spoken to. And during that time as well, the motto that they used to have, monk's motto with any monastery you go to, was always work and pray hard. Now, as you were aware, monks never spoke any English. It was all done in Latin. So today I will be talking in Latin, a few basic questions in Latin, and we will have some trigger objects to use to see if any monks will come forward. So I'll pass you over to Paul now, and he'll give you a brief talk about the monks and the way they were. So, yeah, over to you.
Yes, just going on what Joe said, there is a slight difference between the monks and the nuns. With the nuns, they came over to basically care for the sick and stuff like that. Where the monks, when they came over into Britain, what I've read about them is they were spreading the word of the gospel. And if you look at the Old Testament of the Bible, you will see a lot of the pages that was written by monks, and they still stand today of their views and that about Christianity and the Catholic side and everything. And it's still around today. With a lot of it nowadays, a lot of it has been disbanded, so a lot of Catholic churches will not have monks in them now, or nuns. I don't know what the reason is behind that, which is a shame, because for our future generations we should still have this sort of thing going on, but obviously it's not going to happen. And as I said, with the monks on their side of it, they weren't just here to preach and write the scriptures out and whatever. They were quite hard workers on the land. They were farmers, and they did a lot of farm work, you know, on the land, growing crops and doing stuff like that. And a lot of them crops were not just for themselves, but for the people around them, you know. And that was their main thing in life. And I do apologise about the noise, guys. But yeah, and it's the same with the nuns. they had their own ways as well by going to like working in schools and working in hospitals and that back in the day. So there is some slight differences on both sides, but with the monks, a lot of them came over to Britain to spread their word, as I said, you know, about religion and the scriptures and all that. So if you ever get a chance to picking up an Old Testament Bible, I would urge you to do that, because you'll be able to see how they writ it and how it come about. I mean, it's fascinating, you know, that these people were around doing that, and it stood the test of time as a book, you know. So yeah.
Right, so what we're going to do now is, obviously I'm going to put the K2 on, so I'll put the K2 on now. So K2's on. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to call out. I will call out in English, and I will call out in Latin as well.
Just going off. That is do.
Right, and also while I'm here, what I will be doing, as this is associated with the monks, I will now be putting some music on, which is chant music. So hopefully this will entice the monks to come forward. And I will speak in Latin as we're doing this, so if you just bear with me. Right, so hopefully you'll be able to hear, but I'm going to be putting the music on, and then I will be calling out. So we're just going to have, to start off with, we're just going to have the music going, just to, so it entices them. So now this is the kind of chant music that monks would have used, so we're just going to play it and see if that brings anything forward that we can communicate. Introduce Paul and Richard and ask them to communicate. So, salve este nomine Johannes hic ipsi este parola K2's going et Richardus. Basically, I've just said, hello, my name's Joanne, this is Paul and Richard. Hic communicator Veni Decens Postulantes Monachos Prodea. And that's basically, I've just asked any monks if they would like to come forward. Ungere respecte salivicium mundum.
Excuse me guys, sorry.
Quorum amendium atu vos. Like I say, I'm not that good with Latin, but
While Joe's talking like that, we're just going to put this on. I'm not going to say anything, but just see what comes through when Joe starts talking in Latin of the necrodice.
quid aderge vis postulante monachos chromaderium ibi negans spiritus hic.
Door.
Locoria sedain Angles. I've just asked, do they speak English? Comprende este nomine ego receptio tibi.
Study. So monks would have been studying.
Studying, yeah.
So we've got that one. And that sort of thing they would have been doing, yeah.
What I'm going to do as well is, I've got my notes with me, but I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer in Latin and just see what we get, if anything comes through. Pater noster, quies in coleus, seneficincta nominen tum, fiat voluntas tuna, sicut in celio et in terra, panem nostrum quidoteni dianum da nocibi hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, sic et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et nen nos inducasa in tentationem, sed libera nas a malo. Amen. So, hopefully I've said that right. I have just said the Lord's Prayer in Latin.
Maryland. Murder. Enter. Name. Brother. Travel. Short. Work. Job.
Are there any monks here with us now, please?
Poison. Person. Hotel.
This is what's going to
Departure.
do.
Rest. House. Event. Wealth. Analyst.
Please, if there are any monks here, could you make that device
Reflection.
light up
Short.
for me? Could you make that? Thank you. Last time we were here, they said that we would bring some beer.
Have we got any monks with us at the moment?
Vene Dean Septus
I don't know, floor.
Quomadarium a tu voz. Pray, that said, pray.
Do you want us to pray with you?
Welcome.
We're very honoured to be here in your presence.
Like I said to the monks here, I have brought a bottle of beer for you, as I said I would. I'll leave that here for you.
Are you happy with the music that we're playing?
Come, that must come. Loquaster en Anglis. That was like God's gift then. Please, if there's any monks here, please would you make those lights go off? I've brought some beer for you. Peaceful.
I'm very sorry to hear that your original abbey is not no more. It's a shame that we never had a chance to meet you all. You farmed that land for years. Very proud of you.
Now, obviously, as the music's going on, and obviously I've brought a bottle of beer as a trigger object. That was one trigger object. Now, the other trigger object you've probably seen on one of my last videos that Paul did, and Paul actually was doing a session, an investigation, and I was dressed up as a nun, and we did the SB spirit box. Now obviously that noise you just heard, Paul's just put a motion sensor there. Obviously it's setting itself up and everything.
Yes, if anything comes near it, it will just go off. And that.
And obviously, if that's you, can you make those lights go off for me? If there is a monk here, hic communicaterum, salve este nomine Johannes, hic este Parola Ricciardus. Vene Decepte. Please come forward.
And if you can try and use that sensor, walk by it. It will not harm you.
Like I say, one thing I am going to do is I am going to be used as trigger bait. So like I was saying, Paul did that investigation where I was a nun but today I'm going to be dressed as a monk. So before I start, I'm going to go and get changed, and then Paul will take over the investigation. So yeah, let's go.
So as you can see, guys, we've got Joe as a trick object, as a benedict monk. This is how they were dressed back in the day, similar to what Joe's wearing. So hopefully this will get some activity going and that. But just understand, we're not here to disrespect anything. We're doing it with the most respect to everything and that. We only use this as a trigger object just to see what comes through.
Spiritus, Pictus, Pater, Communicate, Adverse,
If there's any spirits here with us, please come forward.
I am shaking because now I've got a very, very cold draft around me. A very cold draft, and it is physically making me shake.
We'll give you the utmost respect if you come forward. If you can knock on something, please do so. You can use my energy if you need to.
Now obviously Paul, I can't see because I've got this big hood on, but obviously Paul will be using Spirit Talk or Paravox. So I'm just going to sit here quietly like the monks would have done.
We're going to try this one, guys, in a minute. If there is any spirits here with us, please come forward. You can use this device in my hand. It will not harm you.
Get out.
Get out.
Can you tell me the reason why you would like us to go? Or is this a negative spirit?
Hic eptus spiritus negatis.
5.
5. Does that mean there's 5 spirits here with us?
It este spiritus negans. Et spiritus diabolo. Please come forward and speak with us.
We're really here.
We're really here. Okay.
Well, that's nice to know that you're here.
Can you make a noise? Maybe move that curtain.
We come here with a lot of respect to you.
Do you not like the idea that I have dressed up as a monk? Do you find that disrespectful?
You know, we came here last year and we encountered a Benedict monk down by the font. Can you remember that? And are you still here with us?
Mental.
Mental. Do you remember that music? Can you tell me my name? You can come forward, you know. We'd love you to. Are you okay with that music?
Can.
On the land behind me,
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Hello, Evelyn. Nice to have you here. Behind the back of this church is where the monastery was, the abbey. And have we got any monks here with us today who'd like to come forward? That's good. And we're here to help you as well. and to come and talk to you and to get to know you.
Brown hair.
Brown hair. We're down by the font now. Have you followed us down here? I don't know if there's any children's graves here, but it could be, I don't know, I've not seen any. But is there any...
I'm getting that cold feeling, I'm starting to shake again.
Is there any children here with us?
Shot.
Shot.
Right, so...
Are you trying to say that somebody was shot?
Well, that's a bit bright, and you've got a big hood on you.
Please move forward.
Please move forward. Where would you like me to move to?
Can you put that light on again for me?
You asked me to move forward. Where would you like me to go?
It's funny because the atmosphere has changed now. Please, spirits, please come forward. I have not caused you disrespect dressing up as a monk.
I think somebody here. No, last time I was here. But that time when it happened here by the
I'm shaking because I feel really, really cold. I feel really cold. This is not like me.
You're the monk that was by the font last time when we came here, which was last year. Could we ask what your name was?
Salt.
Salt.
There wouldn't be salt on the floor. I am absolutely stone cold. Are you near me, spirit?
Sir.
Sir, are you near me? Father? I am shivering because I am so cold.
Can I ask, are you near my investigator, Joe?
I have never found
Trapped here.
this cold.
What do you mean you're trapped here?
I am frozen. I can't stop shivering. I am so cold.
Can I ask you to go towards Joe and touch her? To let us know you're here. Touch your hair, touch your hand. You can blow on her.
I feel lost.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Do you know that you've crossed over?
It's not even cold in this church, but I am freezing cold.
I'm getting that tired, saying that yawning.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... My hands are that cold, I can't even do the phone. I've never felt this cold, ever, on any investigations we have done. I have never felt this cold. That's strange, because that's the speaker that's gone off and it's not even connected.
No.
That do-do-do, what you heard was the speaker. Now I've disconnected it and the power's off. What I'm going to do
here
is I am going to go Vox and we will see what comes through. Now obviously I'll put the phone up near Richard so you can hear it.
The streamer. He did it.
talking. There is talking on that.
Salve, este nominee.
They gave us
And how it's funny, that feeling is going now.
Florida. It's of the mindset.
Spirit, speak to us through that device.
And then it's beautiful.
What was that? That didn't sound right. Can you hear talking?
Assembly.
I can, yeah.
What?
Really like it. Sessions.
Sessions. Would that mean there'd be like sessions of like prayer?
MC. Jordan.
I can hear the sounds of that.
Yeah.
With some and with the other
Right.
classes.
We will wrap it up from here. And we will go on to do another part, whether we are inside the church or whether we go to the grounds of the abbey or the monastery, whichever. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. There will be more to come, more investigation on the monks and the area surrounding it. So, yes, we'll end it there. Obviously, Vox is still going. But on that note, say goodbye, Paul.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
So, until the next adventure, until part 2, stay safe, happy hunting, and we'll see you soon. Bye. God, that was cold here.
Thank you for doing that. Can you wave? Can you hold Joe's hand again? Thank you.
Oh, that is so tingly.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for doing that.